And welcome. Let's start by talking about a major milestone in the Make in India story. Indian scientists have successfully tested hypersonic technology. This means that India can now develop its own hypersonic missiles. Only 3 other countries in the world have been able to achieve this: the US, Russia and China. Scientists from the DRDO, the Defence Research and Development Organization, conducted the test at the APJ Abdul Kalam testing range at Wheeler Island in Balasore in Odisha. Here's what India's entry into this elite club means for the Indian Defence Forces. Take a look.
3, 2, 1, now. +1.
With this liftoff, India became only the 4th country in the world to enter the Hypersonic Missile Club, a missile traveling at 6 times the speed of sound. On Monday morning, scientists tested this technology. It will help India develop its own hypersonic weapons. This is the Hypersonic Test Demonstrator Vehicle. It will power futuristic long-range missiles that will travel at speeds of more than 2 kilometers per second. Here is what that means. You must be familiar with the word supersonic. It means faster than the speed of sound, like fighter jets.
India successfully test-fires hypersonic missile carrier. With this, India became the 4th country to achieve the feat. After this successful test of the Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle, HSTDV, India will be making its first hypersonic missile in the next 5 years. After the US, China, and Russia, India is the 4th country in the world to develop and test the technology that will pave the way for missiles, which will travel at 6 times the speed of sound. With this mission, the Defence Research and Development Organization, DRDO, said it has demonstrated capabilities for highly complex technology that will serve as the building block for next-generation hypersonic vehicles in partnership with the industry. The Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle used the indigenously developed scramjet propulsion system. And with this success, all critical technologies are now established to progress to the next phase. Sources in the defense and security establishment said the test was done from APJ Abdul Kalam testing range in Odisha's Balasore.
India on Monday joined the elite club of countries that have developed and successfully tested the hypersonic technology. Only America, Russia and China have achieved this feat so far. The achievement has paved the way for development of missiles traveling at 6 times the speed of sound. The test for Hypersonic Test Demonstrator Vehicle developed by DRDO was conducted on Monday at the APJ Abdul Kalam testing range in Odisha's Balasore. The test lasted for 5 minutes using Agni missile booster. At 11:03 a.m. an Agni missile booster took the hypersonic vehicle to a height of up to 30 kilometers, after which the latter separated. Thereafter, the vehicle's air intake opened and that led to successfully firing of the test scramjet engine. The combustion lasted more than 20 seconds, with the vehicle achieving a speed of 6 Mach.
A missile traveling at hypersonic speeds breaks all these barriers. Anything traveling at Mach 5 and above is hypersonic. That's well over 6,000 kilometers per hour. India hopes to develop a missile that is traveling at 6 times the speed of sound. That's Mach 6, or a little more than 7,000 kilometers per hour. At that speed, the missile can evade all traditional defense systems, hitting targets well before the enemy can detect the missile. A hypersonic missile is virtually impossible to defend against. Only the United States, China and Russia have this capability so far. All 3 are building functional hypersonic weapons. In December, Russia announced the deployment of its first regiment of the avant-garde hypersonic missiles. Russian President Vladimir Putin says the avant-garde can travel more than 20 times the speed of sound.
Начало отсчета. 10 секунд.
China was the first country in the world to deploy such a weapon. Its F-17 missile was spotted during China's National Military Parade on the 1st of October. With China and Russia deploying their weapons, the United States has fast-tracked its own program. And now India has joined the race. An Indian hypersonic missile will be developed in the next 5 years. Today's breakthrough brings India one step closer to that goal. Bureau Report.
The vehicle used the Agni missile booster. The DRDO statement said the cruise vehicle was launched using a proven solid rocket motor, which took it to an altitude of 30 kilometers, where the aerodynamic heat shields were separated at hypersonic Mach number. The cruise vehicle separated from the launch vehicle, and the air intake opened as planned. Defense sources said the hypersonic combustion sustained, and the cruise vehicle continued on its desired flight path at a velocity of 6 times the speed of sound, which is nearly 2 kilometers, for more than 20 seconds. The critical events, like fuel injection and auto-ignition of scramjet, demonstrated technological maturity, adding the scramjet engine performed in a textbook manner. The parameters of launch and cruise vehicle, including the scramjet engine, were monitored by multiple tracking radars, electro-optical systems, and telemetry stations. The scramjet engine worked at high dynamic pressure and at very high temperature. Ship was also deployed in the Bay of Bengal to monitor the performance during the cruise phase of hypersonic vehicles. All the performance parameters have indicated a resounding success of the mission. With this successful demonstration, many critical technologies, such as aerodynamic configuration for hypersonic maneuvers, use of scramjet propulsion for ignition and sustained combustion at hypersonic flow, thermostructural characterization of high-temperature materials, separation mechanism at hypersonic velocities, among others, was successfully tested. Hypersonic missiles can travel at speeds faster than Mach 5, 5 times the speed of sound, or 3,800 miles per hour, much faster than other ballistic and cruise missiles. They are highly maneuverable and do not follow a predictable arc as they travel. They can deliver conventional or nuclear payloads within minutes. The DRDO last June also tested the futuristic missile test. However, the test did not meet all the parameters. India, of course, still has to achieve sustained scramjet-powered hypersonic flight for a few minutes, which has been demonstrated by the US, Russia, and China. The Indian Armed Forces already have the ramjet-powered BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, which fly at Mach 2.8 speed, developed jointly with Russia. Their strike range is being enhanced from the original 290 kilometers to well over 400 kilometers now. A scramjet engine is an improvement over the ramjet engine, because the former operates efficiently at hypersonic speeds and allows supersonic combustion. Ramjets, in contrast, operate well at supersonic speeds, around Mach